Aloha everyone. So if you've been watching my Lahaina Town update videos, you know that just about every month I release a full aerial tour of the town to show the progress that's being made. Well, this month we're going to switch it up, and instead of observing the town from the air, we're going to see what Lahaina currently looks like from the ground with a driving tour. In this video, we're going to drive down the portion of Front Street that is open to the public. We'll see which restaurants and businesses are open along the way. We'll stop by Baby Beach towards the end of the video, and we're going to talk a little about how you can help to support and potentially speed up the actual rebuild of Lahaina Town. Let's go for a quick drive. We're actually going to start the tour right next to my house in Kahoma Village. This is Kanui Street with Kahoma Village on the right-hand side of the screen and Front Street coming up straight ahead. Looking to the left, you'll see where Front Street Apartments was located prior to the fire. Okay, we're coming up on the intersection at Front Street. You see to the left that there is a checkpoint, so this is basically where the public portion of Front Street starts. We're going to turn down Front Street and start heading north. Kahoma Village is still on the right-hand side, and the left-hand side is the Baby Beach neighborhood. Coming up on the left-hand side, you'll see the street that leads down to the Mala boat ramp. And of course, straight ahead, you'll see the Jesus Coming Soon sign. The blue building on the left is Snorkel Bob's. And we're now coming up on the bridge over the Kahoma stream. As we cross over the bridge, we're coming up on a commercial portion of Front Street that has several open businesses. On the right side is the Cannery Mall, and on the left-hand side is the Old Lahaina Luau. Also on the left-hand side, we're going to be passing restaurants like Aloha Mixed Plate, Star Noodle, and Mala Tavern, all of which are open for business, and we'll get a better look at these when we turn around and head in the other direction. Coming up on the right side, just past the intersection, is a brand new restaurant that will be opening soon called Coco Deck Lahaina, and it's taking over the spot that was previously occupied by Dekine Restaurant. Don't forget to come out and support these local businesses whenever you're in the area. Okay, we're now entering into a portion of Front Street that is more residential. Most of these lots were single-family homes, but the tall building that we're approaching on the ocean side of Front Street is the Lahaina Roads condominium complex. So let's talk a little bit about the progress that's being made with the cleanup and rebuild of the residential neighborhoods in Lahaina Town. The good news is that the cleanup of ash and debris in residential neighborhoods was completed well ahead of schedule. Now the focus will shift to the rebuild in these areas. We're now coming up on the far north end of Front Street, and off in the distance you can see the Kaanapali coastline. From here, we'll turn around and continue to follow Front Street, this time heading south to give you a little bit of a different perspective. So, one way to track the progress that we're making on rebuilding Lahaina's homes for Lahaina residents is to pay attention to how many building permits have been issued. At the time of the recording of this video, there's been a total of 176 building permits submitted for review, and a total of 62 building permits have officially been approved and issued for people to start rebuilding their homes. So progress isn't exactly being made at lightning speed, but there are a handful of homes that have already started framing. Even more have started pouring foundations and concrete slabs, and one home has already completed construction. I'm hopeful that the speed of rebuild will ramp up as we continue our recovery process, and hopefully by the time I do my next aerial tour of Lahaina, there'll be a lot more construction underway to show you. Okay, so we're now coming back into the row of restaurants on Front Street, with Mala Tavern and Honu Restaurant on the right-hand side. Mala has been open for several months, and Honu plans to open in October. Just past Honu is a green building that used to hold Frida's restaurant, which has now been taken over by Star Noodle. The next restaurant is Aloha Mixed Plate, and just beyond that are the grass roofs of Old Lahaina Luau. We're now crossing over the Kahoma stream again, and we will continue to follow Front Street all the way until we reach the checkpoint. And then we're going to drive through a small portion of my neighborhood, Kahoma Village, before circling back to go check out Baby Beach. The street coming up on the right leads down to either the Lahaina Jodo Mission or Mala Boat Ramp. It sure is nice to see all the green vegetation in this area after we recently received some rain. It's definitely going to take a while for the plant life to come back in Lahaina, but this particular area does have a little bit of a head start. Okay, we're coming up on the checkpoint to enter the portion of Front Street that is still closed to the public. If we were to continue to drive forward, we would reach the outlets of Maui in just a couple blocks. Instead, we'll be taking a left turn and driving past the Front Street apartments, which are on the right side now, and we're approaching one of the entrances into Kahoma Village, which is actually right next to my house. For the next 30 seconds, we'll be cruising through just a small portion of Kahoma Village. To this day, it still amazes me how well our neighborhood survived the fire, even though we're right in the middle of Lahaina town and completely surrounded by the burn area. Okay, from here, we're going to jump over to the Baby Beach area. We're actually going to get out and walk around a little so you can see for yourself exactly what Baby Beach looks like right now. I think it's really important that I mention that locals are still asking that tourists avoid this area as they continue to heal and recover from the fire. That being said though, I've had a lot of requests for updated videos from Baby Beach. So here you can see it with your own eyes without having to come into the area yourself. Okay, so I've had a lot of people ask me what they can do to help support Lahaina from a distance. So let's talk about one way to support the actual rebuild of Lahaina. I had some correspondence with the folks at Habitat for Humanity on Maui, and they are taking donations to help people rebuild their homes if they're struggling financially. I'll put the link to their website in the description below. With so many people underinsured before the fire, I'm sure there's plenty of people who could use some help. Now, so far, Habitat for Humanity has collected over $3 million. They have 5 sets of plans stamped by the architect, and they hope to begin construction in October. So I personally think donations to Habitat for Humanity Maui is one of the most productive, and I guess you could say quite literally one of the most constructive ways to help rebuild Lahaina. They are taking donations both online or by mailing in a check. I personally found PayPal to be the easiest way to make my first donation. They aren't in need of any boots on the ground volunteers yet, but you can sign up to the volunteer list by filling out the disaster relief volunteer form. Now, I understand that not everyone is in a position to help, so only donate if you're able. But one thing you can do for free to help the cause is like and share this video with anyone you think might be interested in helping. Anyways, that's it for this quick update from Lahaina Town. Even though I didn't get a full aerial tour of Lahaina this month, I did get some updated aerial video of the banyan tree, Front Street, and some of Baby Beach, including the Lahaina Jodo Mission. I'm working on the edit and I plan to release it soon, so make sure to subscribe if you aren't already and check out that video next. I hope to see y'all in the next one. Aloha.